Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Tuesday, August 18th, and I'm starting to get caught up. I'm starting to wrap my brain around this season, but there is still so much going on that I need to just sit down with a list of all the house guests and try to wrap my brain around how each one of these people is interacting with the other, because it is, it's interesting, it's confusing, it's still a bit all over the place. I mean, there's definitely a core group, although I would say that, I don't know, I guess Cody's definitely on one side and Kaysar and Janelle are on the other side. I think, and Nicole is definitely anti-Janelle Franzel. That's for sure. That's kind of the two, and I know people will disagree with me, but that's okay. Definitely Nicole Franzel doesn't like Janelle, and Janelle doesn't like Nicole Franzel. That's pretty damn clear. And in that case, I have to kind of side with Janelle. But I don't think Janelle stands much of a chance. And so when you look at the house guests that are nominated, which are David and Nicole Anthony, it doesn't really matter to me who goes at this point. I was saying Nicole Anthony, but David's game is just, I don't know, man. I kept thinking, he really knows what's going on and he knows how to play this, and he's been playing too dumb, but maybe if he starts playing smarter, but I don't know. There was Cowboy, I think, said something, not Cowboy, Donnie Thompson said something in his season. I believe we used to have the quote, some people just aren't good at Big Brother. And David just isn't very good at Big Brother. He's not very good at doing the alliance thing, the weaving, the talking, the gameplay. It just doesn't seem to be his forte. And, there was a case in point last night where he was talking to Davon, and I don't know what his point was. She kind of said, so is there an all-guys alliance? And he's kind of like, yeah, there is, but I can't tell you about it. He just like, you aren't building confidence here. He was playing it as if he was in a much more powerful position than he was. Which, maybe he thinks he is? I don't know. To me, the play would have been to try to get Davon's sympathy, and to me it was kind of like, look, Davon, you're going to be lucky to be working with me. And it's like, dude, you're on the block. This is not the time to come across like you are the invincible one, because it ain't a done deal that Nicole Anthony is going out of the house on Thursday. So, and Nicole Anthony is at the same time anti-Janelle, I think because she likes Nicole Franzel. I think she really, really likes Nicole Franzel, which she probably sees her as the young, she was the young girl that won Big Brother, and so she probably has almost more hero worship with Nicole Franzel than she does with Janelle, who's, her seasons are much further back in the world. I mean, she was on 14, but her starring season was Big Brother 6. And Nicole Anthony was a little tiny kid then, was not watching Big Brother at that time, I don't think. So, I'm guessing Nicole Franzel holds Nicole Anthony in much higher regard than she does Janelle, and Janelle does not like Nicole Franzel. So, but Janelle is really working to try to save Nicole Anthony, and she doesn't get it. So between those two things, David not doing a good job of working his way through the Big Brother, the things you need to do to work alliances and curry favor, and Nicole Anthony not really wanting to work with the people who are trying to save her. I just don't care who goes. I mean, if I had to pick, I would pick David going, but Nicole Anthony needs to figure out that it's because of Janelle that she's staying if she stays. Nicole has to get her head out of her rear and figure out which side of the house she's on, because right now she seems to think she's kind of in with the cool kids, and she ain't in with the cool kids. The cool kids are the ones that ghosted her for her interview requests. You know, Danny and Nicole Franzel both ignored her completely when she was looking for interview requests. I don't know if she interviewed Janelle, but, you know, yeah. One of the big things that happened yesterday, too, that made lots of people go, wow, was Janelle actually cried over the possibility of Nicole Anthony going out. Janelle has always been a stoic, tough girl, you know, nobody's going to get to me kind of a thing. And she just got teary-eyed over the fact that Nicole Anthony was probably going to leave. That'll shake Nicole Anthony's world when she gets out and realizes that she made Janelle, she got Janelle to tears. Yeah. So, where are we at? Yeah, the power veto wasn't used yesterday. Duh, if I hadn't mentioned. And so it's either David or Nicole Anthony. I don't know. I just can't. Things are still forming, but I have been saying, I think you guys know I've been saying, that I thought Enzo and Danielle have the best shot of the, quote, old schoolers lasting. And I think that's still the case. They're first of all, they're playing with the younger group. They're not playing with Kaser and Janelle. I don't think Kevin's ever got a solid footing with anyone. He's kind of there. Memphis is head of household right now, but I think his actions this week have hurt his game more than helped his game. Just by not being very, not being very open with the people that considered him in their alliance. I think he's really hurt his game. What other old school? Well, Keisha's already gone. So, yeah. There's just definitely a lack of what am I saying? Now I'm just grabbing random words out of the air and throwing them out of my mouth. There was an alliance, group of people that had kind of been aligned, it seemed to have been aligned, but they solidified as a formal alliance last night with the Slick Six is what they're calling themselves. And it's a variation. You've got Tyler. Let's see, who's in there? Tyler, Danielle, and Enzo? Are those three? The women are Bailey, Davon, and Danny. So you take Christmas and Nicole Franzel and you toss them out of this particular alliance. And then the guys are Tyler, Enzo, and Cody, I think. So, what does that tell me? The guys are staying strong. Danielle's still in a good position. Davon, Bailey, Nicole, Franzel, and Christmas are all kind of, we'll use you if we need you kind of a thing. I would imagine they don't trust Bailey and Davon as much as they might like to think, just because they are seen as just a solid core pair, which they are. But we know that, like, Enzo and Cody are a pretty solid pair. Ian, where does Ian fit into all this mix? Well, obviously he's not in that alliance. He and Kaser talked yesterday, but I don't know how loyal the two of them would be to each other. I don't know if Kaser's loyal to anybody except for Janelle. He'll talk very intensely to people, but I don't know if he's actually loyal. And at this point, I think Kaser's mission is just to screw up probably Cody or Memphis's game. I'm not even sure. I really think he's more on a mission just to make a really big, get out a big target. That's kind of his one goal. If he can get out one big target, really throw a wrench in the plans of the other side, then he'll consider it mission accomplished. Gee. Seems like Kaser's modus operandi, right? Make a really huge move. Screws your game. Blows up your entire game. You're out, you're done. But people will remember the really big move that you made. Yeah. So that's where things are at, I guess. I mean, if I'm kind of wrapping it up in a baggie and tossing it out the window for another week, we've got 2 more days for things to change. I don't know who's going. I mean, people thought it was for sure Nicole Anthony, but David's spooking people. I would say that it may not be a 13 or a 12-0 vote this time. It may be a split vote. It may be a tie vote. Tie vote would mean Memphis would break the tie. That could be interesting. It could also be a 12-0 vote. That's just where it's at. Both of these people are just numbers in the end. They're not going to be game changers. They're not going to be someone that's standing at the final 2 unless they've been carried along the way. So, and I can't, the silly thing is I can't even say that Nicole staying helps Janelle's game or that David staying helps, Nicole Franzel's game. I just don't know. They just definitely seem like pawns on the chessboard. They're pieces that are pretty sacrificial. And they aren't going to be able to make any kind of big moves. I mean, Nicole Anthony's talking about having a house meeting and blowing stuff up, but really, no. A, she's probably not going to do it, and B, no matter what she did, it's not going to rock the house. She doesn't have some treasure trove of information that is going to ruin Janelle's game if she decides to go that angle, or Kaser's game. So, that's what I got, folks, for a Tuesday morning. Actually, I'm kind of impressed with myself. I felt a bit lost, and talking this out loud has kind of helped me center and focus where things at. Now, are there things I have missed? Oh, I'm sure. Are there things that you're going, wait, you got to talk about this, and I haven't talked about that? Yep, no doubt. Sorry. My plan right now is to get a general sense of the game, where things are at. Who is in good position right now? Danny Donato, really good position. Enzo, really good position. Honestly, there you go. They're the center of the house. They are playing old school. They can play old school or new school. They are not the heads of the snakes. They are not the high-profile person. I mean, Danielle is kind of a high-profile person, but she is not. I don't believe she's seen as running the show. I think easily she could step behind Cody, Memphis, Nicole, Franzel, and kind of go like, no, they're the ones, they've got all these wild ideas. I'm just kind of along for the ride. She could even turn around and flip it and go back and work with Kaser and Janelle. So, as of now, Danielle's in really good shape. Enzo, friend to all. tells it like it is to whoever wants to hear it. Tyler's, I didn't mention Tyler's name. Tyler's probably in fairly decent shape for now. But people know Tyler's game. That's the difference. They know his game this year. So even though he's not a target currently, nobody has blinders on and doesn't realize that Tyler isn't capable of totally, having a million alliances. But then again, if they let him go too far, then suddenly he's in the running. It's like, whoa, what the heck happened? Now Tyler's here. He was just kind of someone we needed to deal with eventually. Da'Vonne and Bayley, and yes, I'm pairing them together. I don't have any thoughts on Bayley, I guess. And I should. But I don't. Da'Vonne is definitely the more high profile of the two of them. But I'm not sure where their game is at right now. It would be great if one of them would win head of household. That would set the table for them as far as, okay, where do alliances lay? Who do they want to get rid of? What are they going to do? They're not at the top of anybody's list for an alliance to work with. And that's going to hurt them. Unless one of the other gets control, they're always going to be that alliance person that is a member of, but you know what? You're expendable. Doesn't mean either one of them can't get to the end. But right now, I don't see them in a position of power. Which is a lot of people in the house. I mean, we do have 15 people left in the house. I don't know if anybody's in real positions of power at this point still. Although Nicole Franzel seems to have the ability to... I mean, I don't know. Janelle wants her out, but I don't know if anybody else does. I think the attitude is she can't win again. So let's keep her around. That would be my guess. She's not going to win again. So let's keep her around because anybody can beat her. Maybe that's their thought. Although there's always the thought of if you let a two-time winner or you let a winner get to the end again, why shouldn't they win again for making it all the way to the end? Because your argument's going to be, well, they've already won once, you shouldn't let them win again. Well, you shouldn't have let them get to the end. That's my thought. All right, I'm done. I think I'm going to put a bow around this. As I said, we'll toss it out the window and have differing opinions tomorrow. We don't have anything left going on this week. Well, Ian's still going around doing his play. I don't know. It's one of those things that's kind of entertaining for about the first, second, third time he does it, and then you're like, oh my god, okay, we got it. Maybe the head of household competition is going to be based on things he said. However, that's not fair because he'll know all of it. So no, can't be that. I don't know. All right, done talking. Good talk, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you to my patrons. Oh, God, I got to look this up and give you guys a shout out. I still owe you a shout out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyone who's interested in becoming a patron of just little old me, I mean, there's two different patrons that I'm affiliated with. I am affiliated with my personal patron account, which is BBGOSSIP, just BB Gossip. It's patreon.com/BBGOSSIP. I think that'll get you to me. And then there is the Big Brother Gossip Show Patreon account that Scott Collette and I have. And that one is, I think this is Big Brother Gossip. I think it's patreon.com/Big Brother Gossip. I don't think it's Big Brother Gossip Show. If you search for the Big Brother Gossip Show, you should find both of them, or mine has a big yellow word CarCast across it. If you want to become a patron. We did gain patrons Sunday. We gained several patrons. That's very nice on our Big Brother Gossip Show. Thank you to those of you that signed up for that. If you're listening to this, appreciate it. Those of you who have been long-term patrons of either, thank you very much. Again, I've said it before, but that's the reason we're still doing it. I am only still doing it because of the patron support. If it wasn't for the patron support, I would so have checked out. Because, and still be paying attention to Big Brother, but not actively trying to keep everybody up to date on what's going on. Okay. We're done. I'm out of here. I have arrived at work. Work is much busier this week. We'll see if it's busier again. All right, hang with me. Let's see. How does this parking garage look? Yep. Definitely a lot more people here this week compared to last. Although, there's still a lot of empty places, but there's definitely more places. There's more. Yeah, I can't park where I've been parking because there's people here getting here earlier than me. And that means there's more people showing up. All right. So I'm parking like 10 feet away from where I parked before, but I'm telling you, definitely more people showing up. All right, with that, I'm out of here. I am parked. Be well, everybody, and we will talk to you probably tomorrow, all right? With more news about what the heck's going on in this house. See ya. Bye.